Determination comes in many forms, but always starts with a Dunkin' Run. So take your medium or larger coffee in one hand and grab a $1 donut in the other. No matter how you run, Dunkin' Run. A $1 donut with any medium or larger coffee. Excludes specialty donuts and fancies. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active a year later.
92% because of a bike?
Not just bikes. We also make treadmills and rowers.
Oh, let me guess, for elite athletes only, right?
Nope. It doesn't matter if you're an avid exerciser or new to working out. Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton bikes, tread or row risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
Coming to you live from the It's Funny Studios, I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate every one of you listening. We are ready for a jam-packed episode.
That's right. Welcome back.
Here we are, January in the Midwest. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, it's the dream.
It is the dream.
We love it.
Oh, so... how's everybody doing? Good?
Yeah,
Doing
pretty
well.
good.
Doing good? Good. All right, let me give you a quick rundown.
Weird to get back into the routine of things, though.
It is. Like, the fun stuff's all gone.
Yeah, no more like work vacation days till May now.
Yeah.
You know, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to go through
back to the grind.
Yep.
So, real quick, I got a couple of things right off the top of the bat. We're going to revisit a segment from last week, just a little bit on quirks. Then I got one thing about McDonald's. Then we're going to talk about a few products that have been popping up in my Facebook
some
ads.
more than others.
Some have really popped up. And we're going to talk about, I don't know if you guys are, kind of the big craze towards the end of last year. And they've even got, I think they're creating a professional league, pickleball. I don't know much about it.
A little bit.
I had a couple of things pop up in my... my stream this week as well with that. And then I think Mike is going to take us to India, where we have an interesting situation.
Yes.
Where a man, and it's, in one aspect, it's sad because when it's about a man who loses his wife and he has grief, I get that. But he goes to extreme lengths to help ease that pain.
Yeah.
So
we'll cover it.
We'll get to that.
We'll get into that. All right. Well, first, I'm going to bring up. So for quirks, Greg had some things last week. He talked. He must feel clothing and material when he's in a store.
Yes, that are, to clarify, that is not
regardless
on people.
if they're wearing or not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No.
Not on.
And then
the
we
people.
all talk. Mike's got some issues with numbers. Not issues, things. He likes numbers.
No issues.
I've got 100 issues.
We all
you can
have
call
issues.
them issues.
Yeah.
And things have to be in their certain spots.
Yes.
Yes. We all like things.
We have to have the 0 with 5 on numbers.
Yes.
And, things have to go back exactly where they should be.
Yeah. And then I like things in a certain place as well. I like things straight and square.
Yes.
And that was part of it because my wife brought this up.
Mike's clocks at his house are weird. They go from 0 to 5 to 10. There's no minutes in between.
Mike knows what time it is.
Yeah.
No one else does.
That's right.
Sits there on 0 until 5 is up, and then goes bing.
Yep. All right. Oh,
And then you got to wait 5 minutes to get back
To the
on
next
schedule.
one.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
well, my wife brought up a couple things for me. She helped me to remember.
She dug into the vault of her mind.
Yeah. It was right on the tip of her tongue, to be honest. So didn't really have to dig too far.
Oh, you talked about quirks? Oh, here's a couple.
Yeah. Did you tell him this? No. What about this? No, I didn't tell him that either.
Here,
So,
I got a list.
I like things to be square. I like so even when I fold a paper, it's got to be folded exactly square. I like it. I want it square.
I probably prefer that.
And even if the paper's ripped, sometimes I'll fold it in a little bit so I get a nice straight edge so I can fold it square. It's a problem.
Do you ever have toilet paper tear off at the wrong angle or wrong spot?
Oh, paper
It's
towel,
funny.
too. That's so frustrating.
I'm so glad you guys brought that up because that was the second thing I have on my list. She goes, you don't like it when the paper towels rip.
Well, then you got to rip off the broken
you got a
piece.
fray there. You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
And
use
I got to get a whole paper towel too. She's griped at me before. Why are you use it? I said, I'm going to use it, but I have to have a whole paper towel.
Yeah,
I got to have a whole paper towel.
3/4.
And the toilet paper, if it rips off, I can't leave a little trailing edge on the toilet paper.
No.
That's got to be square.
Yes.
And I will even fold things that I'm going to throw away. And that isn't it. My mom does that, and I gripe, and then I was doing it.
Like what?
Let's say your McDonald's hamburger wrapper. When you're done, I will eat, and it'll be sitting there, and I'll fold it over and fold it, and I'll fold it into a square and throw it away.
No, I wad that up.
I have been trying to.
I'm so mad at McDonald's by the time I'm finished that I just grab them.
Now, if I'm driving, I wad it up, obviously. I can't fold it.
Throw it out the window.
If we're sitting there, I will find myself just folding it, and then my wife's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, she goes, your mom does that. I'm like, oh, stop it.
Oh, Lori will say stuff that I do like my mom.
I know.
Fall down the stairs.
Then my mom says, you only have... That's true. That's true.
That's dark.
Well, my mom had a knack for falling.
She did have a knack
I found
for
that I
falling.
can share that knack now.
Yes.
After I
Maybe
fell
you
down
were
the
pushed.
stairs. Could have been.
We might find out next week.
Yes, next week.
You have to tune in for the next episode,
Yeah.
not this one. Maybe somebody is trying to off Greg. We don't know. That's another story.
Yes.
Offie? Maybe that.
That could be the name.
That's right. Okay, and what kind of made me think about this again is our friends from the Greener Grass podcast. They commented on our YouTube page on one of the quirks, so I was going to bring it up. And this says, a quirk I, and then in parentheses, it's Jackie from the Greener Grass podcast, says, I sleep with my head under the pillow instead of on it. If there are two pillows, my head goes between them. Just one.
It's a sandwich.
It goes
Head
under.
sandwich.
Now, Jackie, we are going to make fun of you for this because we love. That's why we do this. We bust on each other. But like an ostrich or something. You put your head under there. I would be afraid to put my head under the pillow because I'm afraid my wife would wake up and just apply pressure down.
Yeah, you've done half the job for her.
It's like, oh, well, that's convenient. Tell me to have to listen to the TV on a 25 or 30 again. And there's two pillows as big as my giant melon is. I'll look like a double stuffed Oreo in there. It's a giant mound. So no, I appreciate that was a good one. That's a good quirk. And
I've been known to put my head under the blanket, but not between the pillows.
Well, and it's been known to. Your wife has a weighted blanket that you struggle
Oh,
with.
if I got stuck under that,
you can't get out of the weighted blanket. It's too heavy.
Yeah, I don't want that over my head.
See that? I think
a man killed by weighted blanket.
Lori might be up on manslaughter charges if that happened because
we've
talked about it enough knowing that you cannot get out of the weighted blanket. So if something happens, it's going to be hard to say it was an accident.
See, and if I slept with my head under the pillow like Jackie does, and she threw that weighted blanket over that, I'm done. I'm done.
It's over.
She don't have to apply pressure with her hands. That's 15-pound
You might have
blanket.
to hire like a lifeguard for your bedroom at night when you sleep.
Hey, no running in the bedroom.
David Hasselhoff comes running in slow motion, flips you out of the bed, picks you up and carries you downstairs. Thank you, David. But no, we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. We love the comments, so
yes.
we do appreciate that. All right, I'm going to move on to, this is going to shock you, McDonald's.
What?
There we go.
I know I'm actually doing it. And what I got, I'll put the picture out here. I was at a McDonald's, and then I was at another one, and I was seeing like, what? That's odd. And then I went to another one, and they have the same thing.
So wait, you're on you went to 3 McDonald's?
Not in the same day. Different times.
Although I have done that before.
Oh.
And to be fair, most of the time anymore, I don't really eat at McDonald's. I've been trying to do a little better, pack my lunch, but I will stop and get an iced tea. So I'm also trying to cut way back on my soda intake. And McDonald's doesn't sell Reese's, so I can't get a Reese's when I go in to get my drink.
I saw a Reese's Valentine's.
I may have eaten a Reese's Valentine's. Well, you know what? We will get into that in just a second because that's another thing.
Well, even if they had the Reese's, you wouldn't be getting a Reese's.
No.
If that was like a toy or whatever, if that was the combo Happy Meal equivalent, you get a Reese's with it.
I get a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a Kit Kat.
Why did I get a peppermint patty?
I just made all the Kit Kat people mad at me.
I think
now.
Doug just declared war on Kit Kats.
I did.
Yeah.
My wife loves Kit Kat, so. Actually, with them, it'd be more like, why did I get a Little Debbie? This isn't even Hostess. Now, I love Little Debbie, but still. Let's go ahead. So I was looking at their menu when I was waiting on the person to come up so I could buy my tea. So I was standing there for 27 minutes before somebody actually came up.
Which store was this at?
I don't know where this particular picture was taken.
Okay.
But one was here in town that they have this one at. This might have been up north of us a little ways. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got to looking, and they've got the combo meals there. You got your meal deals. I see there's other. So they've got combo meal 1, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3, 4A, 4B, 4. You're going to implement sub genres into the meal. They cannot get a double hamburger with only ketchup right. And now I got to start telling them I want meal 4A or 4C.
Man,
there is no way this is going to be correct.
No.
Yeah, 4A, crispy chicken. 4B, spicy crispy chicken. 4C, deluxe crispy chicken. Or 4D, spicy deluxe. What are the odds that you are going to get the correct meal? No. They cannot implement this. This is recipe for disaster.
Yes,
I really think they need to go on a 5 or 0 numerical scale for their
5 or 0.
It's really like, well, think about it. Like what you're saying, Doug, there's like 4 possibilities for 4.
For just
combo
4.
Yeah. That's not going to end well at all, exactly like what you're saying. But if you have the number spread out far enough, maybe, 5, combo 5, combo 10, maybe that might help the people.
Yeah, because when you start adding the alphabet into the
letters and numbers, there's no way.
That's not good.
They struggle with just numbers.
Not good.
And now we're going to throw, why don't we just put some Roman numerals in there, too?
Let's do binary, zeros and ones.
Hexadecimal. Let's do that. Let's throw in.
The DF.
This is not going to work well.
Wow.
So if Mike ever owns a franchise, you're going to go in. I like the value meal 575, please. Okay. Got it right here.
They might know what that means. Hopefully.
That's
better
right.
than 4C. Well, and then, that'll get subclassified later on down the road, too. So.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
My gosh.
All right. So
tied into McDonald's, I was looking through Facebook, and there actually Lori sent me. She said, "Look in Morton's Problems and Solutions." So I looked, and there's this person there saying, "Morton McDonald's, get it together, y'all. Nowhere near busy. All I ordered was a bacon McDouble with mayonnaise. I get halfway down the road and there's no bacon, the main ingredient. Not to mention I'm paying $4.27 for this crap. But y'all forgot the bacon a second time."
Come on.
I come in and someone else is standing in line there because you guys messed up his order too. There are 4 people walking around the front, and you have 3 cooks back there doing nothing. Blank, blank, blank. Okay, so let's see. Your job's not that hard. Jeez. I saw the careless look on y'all's young faces. Let's see. Not to mention, I got the burger looking like this, and she has a picture of it. And
I'm sure it's a masterpiece.
Oh, it says messy with sauces falling off the side, and now it's loaded and covered with bacon. So they must have just like, boom.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah, they just
and probably a little extra spit.
Just flat out rude. It takes 2 pieces of bacon. Like, get real. If you hate your job, find another one. Everybody has choices. So, yeah, she went on quite the tirade. She did not get good service.
No, she did not.
I got to say, in Morton, at least in the mornings, I've been getting much better. I mean,
yeah.
It's like a machine. I mean, it's like, what is going on here?
The Morton McDonald's is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yes, it is.
If you go at like in the morning, so from the time they open to maybe like 12:30 in the afternoon, usually pretty good, nice and clean. You usually will get what you ask for. Somebody's right there prompt, get your stuff. If you go after 12:30 to closing time, it is like Mad Max. You're on your own. You might have to grapple some guy and wrestle him to the ground to get your order. I don't know what's happening. It's Lord of the Flies in there.
Yeah, I feel like
there's stuff everywhere. The counter's a disaster. They're always out of half of the drinks. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is between the 2 points in time. But
I don't know.
It is night and day.
It is a disaster.
I feel like this one lady that commented on the one I just read. She said, "I'm embarrassed. I keep getting it when all my drive-through is completely wrong. I'm blaming myself for still support. This is how I feel.
Well, we've even said that. At some point, it's our fault. I get it.
It's like, I can't stop. I'm going to go home and put my head between the pillows.
Oh, man. I should stick my head between the pillows for this. Oh my god!
Good old McDonald's.
All right. Well, let's swing into some product.
It's the new year. We haven't ripped on too much yet.
It is the new year. We're going to swing into some product talk. I do want to bring. You said
product
Reese's.
talk.
It's funny you should say that because
what product talk?
No, Reese's. Oh. I did get a Reese's Valentine's Heart at Walmart, and I got to tell you, pretty good. It might be the second best one.
Wow.
The
fresh.
Christmas, if they're fresh, the ranking, and we need to do a ranking. So let's just rank it real quick. Because the ranking on the Reese's holidays, it goes Christmas.
Yeah, I'll agree.
And then Valentine. There's something with
Those
that Valentine
hearts are
that's a little.
good.
And these are all, now, understandably, if they're fresh.
Yes. You want a fresh heart.
Yes. So the tree, the heart for Valentine's, and then I would go Easter and pumpkin. Because the pumpkin, it seems like the pumpkin's a little thinner. It's still good.
Lately, it used to be a little thicker.
Yeah, but they've changed it. That egg is a little thicker.
Yeah, they're skimping on the
Now,
pumpkins.
if it's a good pumpkin, see, that's hard for me to not choose that one a little higher because it's the first one of the year. It's the first one after you've had your
Which one?
3-week break between.
Which one?
The pumpkin.
Oh, the pumpkin's first? I would think the Valentine would be the first.
Well, they're already. I meant so after because they quit doing them in Easter.
Yeah, then you got that little gap.
Then you
very
get that
small
gap, a 3-week gap where I don't have one at all.
I'm waiting for them to come out with like a 4th of July flag or
And
something.
then I walk in and it's like, oh, there's a Reese's pumpkin.
Yeah, and there's a little light shining down on it. Yeah.
I wonder what that's like. It's like the 1,700 other Reese's flavors that are here.
I may have to try one.
But I feel like the Reese's Heart doesn't get the love that the other ones do.
Which is funny because that's what it represents.
I already saw Easter. I saw Easter eggs at the gas station.
Did you really?
Yes.
Yeah. That's last year's. They pulled them out.
I didn't get one. I'm like, it is way too early.
Yeah,
for
we're not
the
doing
Easter
eggs
egg.
yet. I mean,
I feel like they don't get. Ironically, the holiday hearts don't get the love.
Yeah.
They're for the love holiday, and they don't get the love.
just
People just
blow
blow
right
by
over
them.
them.
You have to go into Walmart or Walgreens. Maybe they have them,
yeah.
but I highly recommend them. People,
They're
I'm telling you,
quite tasty.
they are quite tasty.
Well, if Doug is going to be recommending a Reese's, I mean, it's going to be good. You guys can, you're aficionados. You can pick apart the minute, subtle differences.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We'll have a Reese's tasting that we're selling tickets to later in the year. Feel free to come.
Hold it under your nose.
I'll have all
okay,
of them
put it in your
sit up
mouth.
there.
Wash it around back and forth. Get the bouquet.
We'll even have some
Get
of the
bouquet
ones that like. Now listen, we like Reese's, but these are the odd ones. Like at Halloween, you'll get the little the Reese's Ghost. You want to stay away from those. Those are gimmicky. Those are gimmicky.
You want the
That's
true
not
pumpkin.
See, I'm just a basic Reese's, Reese's enjoyer. I guess.
We're Reese's snobs.
Like for me, I like mine actually like from the freezer. I don't know if that's weird.
The freezer.
I like a nice cold Reese's actually. Have you guys had them from the freezer?
I have had them.
I don't
from
want
the
them
freezer.
frozen, though.
What? They're not frozen.
They're crispy.
I like them
They're
cold.
crispy.
I like them if you got to get that peanut butter nice and creamy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like mine out of see. Maybe I don't know. I can't tell differences like that between different ones.
I'm like a Reese's sommelier. People would come up and I can recommend. Hi, sir. Would you like what do you pair with? Oh, well, let me see. What are you eating here for lunch? Oh, you got a tuna sandwich? Well, then I definitely would go with the Reese's Big Cup, the single. You don't want to overdo it with the double.
Well, now we are in.
Well, tuna's got a lot of protein. Now, if you're going with something light, now if you go to McDonald's, then you definitely get the 2 because you're going to be disappointed. You need something to bring you back.
You need the double.
You need that lunch. Pick me up.
Oh man.
So no, I think that that's just my opinion.
The
I'm an
1997 pumpkin was a good.
That
year
was a premium
for the
pumpkin.
pumpkins.
The pumpkins you couldn't get better. The peanut butter hit just right. They had a great year for peanuts out in Georgia. The chocolate was mixed perfectly. A little bit of a pop to it. So good.
The glory days.
I've got one stashed away in my freezer. I'm saving for a special occasion.
Now,
Our
you want
30th
them,
anniversary's
you want
coming up this year, so we may break that out, honey. 30th anniversary. Oh, what do you? The 97 Reese's pumpkin.
Yes.
And she will slap me.
It ages like a fine wine.
Yes,
so
it
good.
does.
So I'll just cut off a little sliver for here. That's yours. All right. I saw this. This was a few weeks ago, and I've been waving. It kind of fits in the product thing. I did not send
Real
you.
quick on the. Do you think you have some? You know how on like wine tastings you always get the really, you always think if somebody show like on shows they always have somebody shows up that knows nothing about them and just is a bull in the china shop in the wines and drinking it. Do we have that with the Reese's? You have some?
Oh, I'm sure.
No, just eat it and
some Luddite just grabs it and throws it in his mouth. No, I don't care.
You mean me? That would be. I mean, that would be me.
Right, sit out a Reese's and then like a Little Debbie Nutter Butter, and like, oh, I like the Nutter. Like, what are you doing? You have a Reese's? Okay, Nutter Butters are fine. It's not a Reese's.
Doug walks
for Reese's.
Doug walks in. They hand him. Would you like to see the Reese's menu?
I don't. I know the Reese's menu.
Yeah, but you got to look at the descriptions and the
price, fair market value.
Oh, these were the ones that were manufactured in Washington.
Yeah, these are the fair market value. So, it's Valentine's season now. So those are the only ones. Don't bring me any Easter egg or pumpkins. Christmas
Go into
trees.
your Reese's cooler down in the basement. It's a big room you walk into,
and perfectly set humidity.
Yes,
I have to put on white cotton gloves. All right.
And there's one very special one sitting on a pedestal.
Oh, it's in an oak box. It's veneered. Open it up. I have 2 keys. I have one. My wife got to turn it together.
Yeah,
she hates it because she's not as big a fan. But
I
can't have both keys because we know what will happen. It will be an empty box. I can't. I'm sorry.
Because I won't be able to. It'd be a cardboard box. Or it'd be like fine cigars. You sit around a room with other guys, you talk, and you're just chomping on your Reese's.
So good. So good. See, I have a shower Reese's. I will bring it in.
Well, I was going to say, bartender, he does like Reese's, so maybe he can help you out with the box.
Maybe he can.
He's pretty trustworthy, so he might be able to hold that second key.
He might. Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. I probably need somebody not in the house with the key. Because, I gotta. No, I meant, so he'd be your bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, though, if you're in the shower and I just barge in. I'm sorry, Mike, I got to have the key.
I need a Reese's.
What are you doing? I don't have the key.
People at this point are like, what are they talking about?
I know. Are we
still on Reese's?
This wasn't even on the list. See, now I got to write. That's another quick. I got to write this on the list so I can check it off as something that we talked about today.
Hey, I don't know how we got off on that.
I don't either. All right.
Tangent.
Let's go. Okay, I was in a bank doing a job.
Bank job?
I'm not robbing the bank. I don't know. After I said that.
Hold on. I need to call someone real quick.
That doesn't sound right. Oh, I got to pay for those Reese's somehow. It'll grow on trees.
I was in the bank doing a job.
I was working at a bank. And I went through and they had the storeroom in the back.
He had his mask on.
I had my mask, my gloves. They have boxes back there of material, paper, pens, and just stuff. I passed by the stack of boxes and I stopped. I'm going to take a picture of that. It's 5 cases, okay? Fairly good sized cases. And they all say new pizza cutters.
What's important at the bank?
Why do they need 5 cases of pizza cutters?
I always wondered what was in that vault.
Like 5 cases of them?
Are you sure you weren't at Banksy's Pizza?
There they are right there. New pizza cutter, new 5 cases of new pizza cutters at
Maybe
the bank.
that's disguising something that's really in there.
Why use this bank? Maybe that's what's happened to all my money. It's like we've invested heavily into pizza cutters this year.
We think they're going to go up this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a big year for pizza cutters. As the local pizzeria here in town just went out of business. Oh, good. So glad I wasn't in Bitcoin or something. That's something stupid like that. But anyway, I just thought,
you see their broker, pizza cutters, buy.
Oh man,
yeah. I saw that and I was like, okay, I've got to, I got to take a picture. I don't know. I still don't know why they had 5 boxes of it.
You got some burglar team trying to figure out how to steal the pizza cutters.
Yeah,
bump. Repelling in from the ceiling.
Yeah. I could use a pizza cutter actually.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
That's probably the little.
Maybe that's their promo.
Their
You open a new account, you get a pizza cutter.
Brand new pizza cutter. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I'll go open an account there.
Well, get me a new credit card then if I get that pizza cutter. All right, I got a couple other products here that I want to bring up. Now these, we're going to keep it PG, but
Or are you going to bring it up, or are they going to bring it up?
well, that's very good. I don't know.
Oh.
That is a good question. These are on Walmart. So before I start, this is on Walmart, Amazon, and it's just in my Facebook feed. Now, unfortunately, the stuff we talk about and some of the research that I do for this show, when I get done with this phone, I can't trade it in. I just got to burn it because some of the stuff that I get weird product ads now.
Weird, wacky
Awful,
stuff.
weird product ads. The first one, as you're scrolling through Facebook, it said Walmart. You know how it has Walmart, and then it has like the main product, and then there's little pictures underneath. This was the main product. Instant erection cream. Half an ounce. $11.99.
Doug was looking at it.
Well, like I said, instant erection cream. My first thought right off the bat was, what are you doing that you need? I need it instant. I can't wait 1 second. I mean, I have to now. Can take a pill, wait 10 minutes. I need instant. I have to do it right now. Well, then, obviously, I'm a glutton for punishment. So I clicked on it. I was like, well, I got to know. What do
Inquiring
you,
minds.
Mike, what would you say if I said this is going to happen instant? I know it's got to be a 5 or a 10, but how much time is instant?
I mean,
if you needed something instant, what would you think?
At most, it's got. I mean, I need that within a minute. If you're telling me it's instantly, like I gotta have 60 seconds is like the most time I'm giving.
See, to me, instant means now. Like, now.
I'm giving it some grace with the 60
Grace
seconds,
period.
but like
an instant grace period.
you know, the heart can only pump so fast. You know what I'm saying? You know?
One pump. Wow, that was instant. It's like blowing up those balloon animals. It's instant. So I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking it's got to be quick.
Yeah.
Less, I think 60 seconds max. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
for sure.
instant. To call yourself instant. So the product details. The instant erection cream is specially formulated with methyl and some other salicylate and contains no phthalates, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah. I don't like phthalates.
It works in around 25 minutes.
25? What are you talking about?
That's not instant.
That's not instant. Right? I mean, in my
I don't
world.
think 25 minutes is instant.
In my world, it's not.
What are other things that are instant? Instant coffee. How long does instant coffee take to make? I mean,
Less than 25 minutes.
You put the scoops in there, stir it. You know,
Well, instant rice is like a couple minutes in the microwave. If you
yeah.
want it that way. It's like
not 25 minutes. That's
No.
that's too long.
Yeah. So that was the first thing I thought is. Then, how do you even, if it really was instant, how do you apply it then? If I put my fingers are, I can't bend my fingers. I can't pick anything up.
well, before you laid out the timeline, I was thinking I was like, man, if you're rolling around with some, instant get up cream, you better keep that thing capped, right? You better it's bagged up, sealed off to the side.
You don't want it next to your arthritis cream.
No.
All your joints. I look like a stick man. I can't do
Your
it.
arthritis might feel better though.
Maybe. Instant.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Well, that's all I had on that. I mean, I don't know if you guys, but I just was
Yeah,
like,
that's
really?
Instant to me.
That
I was
is
like,
false
You're
advertising.
looking at the package, or you got the tube open and you accidentally drip something. Boom!
Yeah.
That's instant.
Yes, it is. Exactly. Bang. That's it. We're ready to go. Oh my goodness. The next one, I don't even know. I'm not going to get much into. I just the whole adult was the first word. Baby onesie diaper lover. It's like a one piece romper, but it's like an adult baby. I don't know. I asked my wife. She goes, "Well, sometimes like women can wear under stuff," and it does say that, but it also says something like it's like I think it's for like fetishy things. But I was like, is this? Okay. I'm stammering because I'm trying
Oh my
to
gosh.
dance around this subject. I'm naive. I don't realize that there's a lot of weirdos and stuff out there. I say weirdos, but
I love the name of the adult baby diaper lover.
yeah, that's the name of the product. What do you want for Christmas? I'm thinking about an adult baby onesie diaper lover. Like, what?
I want the dinosaur pad.
But yeah, there
What
are
is
people
this?
Look, it turns blue
that
when I'm
like
wet.
to dress up. Oh, that is disgusting. What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
You know how they say some episodes of shows go into the vault? This one is not going in the vault.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think it's gone off the road.
Well, it's funny because this also took me back to our boss said that he went to a customer that was wanting to buy some equipment, and they made adult diapers. I said, "Oh, for like, you know, people that are having
I don't
problems."
think I heard this conversation.
No, yeah, he said he went there, and he said he didn't do work business with them, but he's like, he went there because they said they made adult diapers, and he said when he got there, he's thinking, okay, like the pins or something.
yeah.
He's like, no, it was for fetish people, like adult baby diapers. I'm like, what?
So there's somebody around here that makes those?
I don't know where they are or who they are, but that's what he was telling us. I'm like, what is that? When you work with these people too, you have to, like, you know, after they get done with lunch, does somebody come in and have to burp them or like, what? They got a giant walker they roll around the factory.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening? Okay, so anyway, that was just too weird, but I had to bring that one up.
Oh my gosh.
And
Man.
the final product I have, this one really caught my eye. This is terrible, but I knew Mike would love it.
I don't want to open this.
I knew Mike would absolutely love this one, so I had to bring this up.
Doug's going to burn his phone. I can't burn mine. I can't lose it.
When I brought it up, it just showed a pair of feet. I mean, it looks like somebody's feet. I'm like, and this was for Amazon. I'm like, what are they selling? It's not socks or like jewelry or anything. And then I swiped, and it's like, oh no, it's just a pair of feet.
They're pretty realistic
They're
looking.
very realistic. There's wrinkles. I mean, it looks like somebody's feet. One pair of silicone, life-size female foot display. Mannequin. It's like
no. Come on.
$70.
We know what this is for.
Yes, it is for the people with. It says toe detail, heel. Like the heel has got like a little scuff on it, like
little
and stuff.
wrinkles
Like,
and
it's. And it shows them squeezing it, and it has like realistic skin. It's
Stop it.
I think I'd buy a bunch of those and just like put them in all my shoes at home.
I'd be so freaked out if I open my closet and there's a pair of feet in my shoes. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, but for a visual, people think the Thing on the Addams Family.
Yes.
It's like chopped
don't
off just
say
above
that.
the ankle, and it's the whole rest of the foot. These things could be walking around your house.
How many people and then other products? It has more of the feet.
Well, and you know what's going to happen too, right? Like, it's going to have somewhere on there. It's going to say people also bought, and there's the instant erection cream right next to the feet. You know where this is going.
Well, it does say you might also like these silicone muscle chest. It looks like a torso of a man. It's realistic looking.
See, mine says frequently bought together, and it's got a pair of hands.
Oh, see, I don't.
Oh no!
Well, if you're gonna have feet, see, now I have one pair of silicone life-size female hands.
I think I'd put
Oh, this
socks on them too.
This is so wrong.
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
Or put them in your bed and just pull the cover up so they're hanging out.
Here's a pair they're selling, and they put the feet like in the sink. Well, I don't know why they're in the sink, but they are.
Because unspeakable things have been done to those feet.
And then,
they need
holy
to be
cow,
cleansed.
here's some in the toes look like finger toes. They're like 2 inches long.
No.
Look at that. It's disgusting. What are you doing? Yeah, this has got to be for. And again, this is on Amazon.
And one of the things too on here, as we're scrolling through, it shows some of the details like we already talked about. It shows pictures of, it's perfect for nail practice art, or it's made from cyber skin, and it shows the realistic details we talked about. one of the last ones on here, it says suitable for hobby collection, and the picture they put with it is a guy smelling the feet.
Oh,
You can't be much more blatant than that. What the hobby collection? Come on, don't call it a hobby. We know what you're collecting.
put some Parmesan
right?
cheese on those.
Oh,
Correctly.
just stick those macaroni and cheese candy canes down, and
Oh,
it'll be
no.
all right.
No.
You can suck on that while you're rubbing the feet. Mike threw up.
Gross.
Here's
Oh
another
my
weird
gosh.
thing too. It said this was artificial silicone skin, female
Man.
hand. It looks like gloves made out of people's skin. I mean, this is like serial killer stuff. They buy this to
is
try it out.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Like, I'm going to make a suit out of your skin. Like,
Oh, come on,
what is the
man.
matter with you, man? So,
Except I'm just going to make a pair of feet.
uh,
Maybe I'll get Lori a pair of
Hands.
these. She can take them to the manicurist with her and have the toenails done when she gets hers done.
Yeah, these are just wrong.
well, you can, yeah. There's okay, yeah. There's all kinds of body parts you can get. So there, I just came across.
Yeah,
this.
stop there.
Yeah, there's just all kinds. It's just
Yeah, that's wrong.
anyway. So yeah, that is when those feet popped up. I'm like, okay, this is. I got to bring this up. I know how Mike loves feet.
I think I'll
This is
I'll
just-
buy those and make a recording of like the sound of someone running, and then set those down like in the.
Or make the sound of the foot flop. Like, ugh, yuck. Oh, anyway. Yeah, there's.
No, it's messed up.
Oh man, yeah, I'm reading some of the customer. It's. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from the
You
product.
go to the shoe store. I need to buy some shoes. Clerk comes up
take
and
them out and
goes,
set
"What
them
size
down."
you need?" 9.5.
Oh my gosh.
Get Nikes for your set of feet that you've got sitting.
Oh. All right.
You guys want to go out for a run?
Oh my goodness. So anyway, let's we're going to change gears here
Yes,
a little
please.
bit. A lot. One of the big kind of fad, I don't know if it's a fad because it just started towards the end of the year. I started hearing about was pickleball because I know they're putting together a professional pickleball league, aren't they? And
Yeah.
some football players even bought some teams, and I don't know anything about.
It's been
pickleball.
around quite a while,
It has,
actually.
but I don't know anything about pickleball.
We had
Actually.
to play it in gym, I recall.
They had it in gym,
yeah.
but I never.
We
I
didn't
never
have
played
it in
it.
gym.
We had to play it a handful of times in gym.
Well, I wasn't even sure. I had a couple articles that had popped up about pickleball. So I just went to Google and typed in pickleball, and it says, things to know. This was from Google. It says 3 rules of pickleball. So I clicked on it. Thought, well, let's start there.
All right.
No one talks about pickleball.
Rule number 1.
Yes.
This is Google's helping us out. So 3 rules of pickleball. Rule number 1. The ball must stay in bounds.
Well, that makes sense.
Rule
Fair
number
enough.
2. There must be 1 bounce per side.
It's like ping pong.
Sounds an
Rule
awful
number
lot
3,
like tennis here.
you must serve at the baseline. Rule
Okay.
number 4. Remember, it was 3 rules of
They've been
pickleball.
taking McDonald's for listing things.
Rule number 4, serves cannot land in the no volley zone.
Ooh.
Rule number 5,
Out of 3.
the game ends at 11, comma 15, comma or 21. And that's it. Those
Whatever
are the,
you would like at the end.
Those are the 5 rules of the 3 rules of pickleball.
Yeah, maybe they should have gone 3A, 3B, you know.
Maybe they should
That's the
have.
problem. Yeah, they need the A and the B.
But the reason I brought this up is because there was, like I said, an article about pickleball, and another article right below that one was, and of course I had to click on it. I couldn't not
Of course
click
you
on
did.
it. Nude pickleball is taking
Oh,
off.
come on.
Now, before we get into this, we've talked about other, like they had last year. They did the big nude wade into the ocean to break the record, right?
Yes.
I am not for nude anything, pretty much. I mean, I
was in the privacy of your home.
Greg wears swimsuits in the shower still.
True.
Just in case. Somebody could peek.
They could. There could be, Mike's bartender might walk in.
No, he's got the code down. He's a very respectable guy.
He's blind. Mike only hires blind bartenders. Oh my goodness! But I think there are some activities that lend itself better to nudity than others.
Well,
Like if you were going to stand in the ocean. Again, I'm not, but I think pickleball lands outside of that. You're running.
there's too much moving.
There's a lot of moving, jumping. They have pictures and they have little like pickleballs over certain areas, so you can't see. But there's an older guy, and he's got his legs spread and he's like stretching. Like, I am very thankful for that Photoshop pickleball because that is not a good look.
That's not
at all. So I was just thinking, what if you dive? I feel like it's going to.
No diving.
See, I was going to say, I feel like it's going to make you less competitive. Because if I was playing a nude guy, I'm going to try to serve the outside. He's not going to dive. He's not going to reach.
He might.
I don't know, man.
He's going to get some road rash, though.
Ironically, he's wearing like a visor. And he's wearing tennis shoes with white socks up to about his knee.
No, come on.
It sounds like a 70s streaker on the football field.
Oh, my gosh.
I just want to go. We'll read a few things out of this. Nude pickleball is busting out all over. Naturist resorts from coast to coast are finding out nudists want more pickleball, just like the majority of people who don't do their drinking in the raw. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but nude pickleball is beating the pants off its competition.
Okay, how many can we throw in here?
Okay, so clothing optional resorts are advertising their pickleball facilities, holding tournaments, and putting in more courts to meet the demand. Mike Sullivan is the USA Pickleball Ambassador and a resident of Cypress Cove Nudist Resort in Kissimmee, Florida. Which is kind of weird, right? You have a nudist resort in Kissimmee. But okay. Says pickleball is the biggest sport here by 5 times. Says 14 years ago, a couple visiting from England drew chalk lines on the tennis court and made pickleball.
Took their clothes off.
Well, their clothes were already off, so they were nudists.
Oh, there's a nudist calling.
Yes. Says 5 years later, the resort had its first 2 pickleball dedicated courts. 5 years ago, those 2 courts multiplied into 6. And today, pickleball is the most popular recreational pursuit at Cypress Cove, with 172 dues-paying nudists playing there 7 days a week. It says nothing comes close. Tennis is dying. Most of them have died off or hurt their knees. Which, yeah. He says, I think we have 8 people left playing tennis. The only recreational pursuit, everything's nude. We don't have to be, but you can be. The only other recreational pursuit, or the only recreational pursuit other than pickleball that's holding its own, is cornhole. Do you want to play nude cornhole? And it says that's
I think
more...
we're going to call it bags. Well, I don't know if that's...
I don't know if you want that either.
I don't know if there's something you can call it.
I think you're in a lose-lose situation with that.
Toss it. No, you can't call it that. You can't call it... I don't know. I don't know what you're going to call it. It says it's primarily used as a drinking game played at happy hour. So, but they've scheduled tournaments against other nudist resorts. I guess it's really taking off.
Traveling team.
Oh, we tell people just bring your tennis shoes. We provide the paddles and balls.
Oh yeah.
Well, some of the people may bring their own paddles and balls. We don't know.
If you're that into it, you're going to have your own paddle.
And your own balls.
Well, that goes without saying.
I mean, if you're a professional or even semi-professional, you don't want to play. That's it. I got to stop. There's other jokes in there, but where was I? I don't even know. People who play pickleball in the nude say that it's much more comfortable than while playing clothing. There's no sweaty clothing you have to deal with, and it's easier to cool down after you play a few games. I don't know how hard it is. How sweaty are you getting playing pickleball?
Well, when you play these things in Florida, that's going to happen no matter what you're doing.
You know, I may be a little sweatier, but you know what? I don't have to look at your bits and tackle here while dangling around while I'm trying to hit the pickleball.
The pickleball equipment. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah, I don't want to see your pickleball equipment.
Right.
Please, let's just play the game.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, and actually, so Doug, following up on kind of some of the points you were making earlier, I did look up some of the background stuff here on it, and apparently it's grown.
Now you're going to get all kinds of ads now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not wading
Book your
into
vacation
the
now.
nude. Yeah. Like, it says, in general, the pickleball industry, so it's an industry now, in 2022 had more than 35 million people picking up rackets. So
Wow.
I don't know how you measure that, but it says pro athletes like LeBron James, Tom Brady, Kevin Durant, I think he's basketball, Patrick Mahomes have invested in professional teams
Wow.
of pickleball.
I had read that before, that they were buying.
That's crazy.
Yes,
I mean,
it
when
is.
you have millions upon millions of dollars, I guess.
I guess. Okay.
You need something to do with your money and time, I guess. There was a couple other things that they had. Another a nudist. This was something. The Alpenglow Ranch. See, nudist ranch doesn't seem. Nudist resort. Again, I'm a prude, so I'm not going to any of these. But a ranch just doesn't seem to lend itself to nudity very well either.
It doesn't sound
It
like
says it's a bed. It's a bed and breakfast in Bend, Oregon.
Oh, it just
But
the jokes
they
just write themselves.
yes they had to put in some pickleball courts. It said after several people started wanting to play, so they put in some, and it's really taken off. They host several pickleball tournaments a year. So a lot of people book here just to play nude pickleball.
So, why does it seem like everyone who wants to play pickleball wants to play it nude? I don't see the correlation there.
I don't either.
that seems to be at these places, because I know people who play pickleball, and I don't think they go play nude.
Do you?
I don't know for sure, but
see, again, I think when you're playing a sport, you need some support.
yes, you do.
You can't just.
If nothing
Jump
else,
it.
you need some dignity.
Well, that goes without saying, but they've thrown that to the wind.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to say at least some support. I don't know. Anyway, that was it. So yeah, there's some nude pickleball going on for those nudists out there.
Who sponsors them? The
It's a good question.
Instant Rec Cream.
Oh, where's your paddle?
Give me just an instant here. Or
The
25
game will
minutes.
commence in about a half hour.
No.
The athletes are preparing themselves
Oh
now.
my gosh, it's disgusting. Yeah. So
Brought to you by.
But
We've got
anyway,
some
so that was
serious
the
name of the
competition
tournament.
today.
Okay, so anyway, nude pickleball. That was the end of it.
Wow.
So pickleball
Man.
in general. I might would learn to play regular pickleball.
Yeah, it actually does. That looks kind of fun, but
There's courts here in town that I've played at maybe a handful of times.
because we actually have a couple of the old wooden paddles. I think maybe you guys got us, or somebody got us for Christmas, or
and
years ago.
the park actually just down the road. I mean, they've got courts over there that
Yeah.
you can play at, and I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
It's just
it's like tennis with a wiffle ball.
basically.
Last lessons. The nudist resort keeps cultivating new players with ball machines and practice drills. See, sorry,
Oh
but
my gosh.
lessons and encouragement. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm done. We got to move on.
there's so many bad
They're-
jokes.
Oh, I got to stop because I got a bunch of them. So, Mike, take us off to India.
All right.
Take us to India.
So
Again, up front, this is kind of a sad story for. I
Yeah.
feel a little sorry for the guy at first.
and
Because, like you said, when I tell a story like this, someone died in this.
but even that dynamic, we'll go into it here. So it says, this is from the New York Post. I saw this headline: "Is I was heartbroken when my wife died, so I brought her in quotes back to life for $3,000. So I was intrigued. It caught my attention.
Seems like a bargain.
Yeah.
I was like,
Or
how are we
maybe
doing?
not. It depends on his wife, I guess. Some people out there is like, it seems like a lot, too much money. I'm not bringing my wife back for $3,000.
I was like, how is this going down? So the article starts, it says, an Indian man brought his dead wife back to life, spending $3,000 to make it happen. His name, I am probably going to butcher this, Tapas Sandilia, 65, lost his wife, Indrani, in 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, before her death, Indrani allegedly told her husband that in the event that she were to pass away before he did, she would like him to create a silicone model of herself to keep him company. So, I don't really think it's his choice here.
Or do you think he's just telling people that?
I don't know. See, that's why it says
This
allegedly.
is what she wanted.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe here. With
It
this.
looks very lifelike, the picture.
Oh my
it
gosh!
looks-
I looked at the pictures like, wow, that was
It looks
real.
like a woman sitting there with him.
And it goes to say the model, which is eerily lifelike, is even dressed in her favorite clothing and sits in her favorite spot on the couch in the living room.
You think they
See, now-
recorded phrases of her before she passed and
Maybe.
like implanted those into the?
And maybe now I've got to
Turn down the
recant.
TV.
I got to recant some of the stuff I said about Amazon selling the silicone body parts because maybe there is.
Well, yeah.
I didn't even realize that this could
Well,
be a market out there.
If she
for
would
this.
lose a foot,
yeah.
they could order one
Or
from
maybe you
Amazon.
could swap them out. Maybe you didn't like her original feet. You're
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm
I'd
going
like
to
a bigger
upgrade.
foot.
I'm going
She's
to
just
upgrade here.
Silicone Frankenstein by the time it's all said and done. Oh man! So
Frank, what happened? Your wife looks fantastic. Yeah, she lost a lot of weight.
it says in the article, according to the widower, his late wife got the idea for this whole thing from statues she saw displayed at museums. It was then that Indrani told me of her desire for a similar statue of her if she happened to pass away before me. I just wanted to fulfill her wish. According to Sandilia, the model took about 6 months to make and weighs 66 pounds.
You think
And-
he has a case for her to haul her around to different things? I mean,
Well, I just can't believe like these pictures. I mean, if you didn't know, I mean, you can kind of tell it doesn't quite look right.
a little, but man, it's very
But
realistic.
if you just see the picture of them, especially one from further away, you just see them sitting next to each other.
Yeah,
it's like,
if
hey,
it's
they're
further
just
away. It really, it's
they're just
very
sitting,
lifelike.
sitting on the couch.
Very
just-
lifelike.
Yeah,
yeah.
and it brings up another couple stories, and that's really all we get, with this particular one here. But and another couple quick stories it brings up. It says in 2020, another man in India had a silicone model of his wife made who died in a car crash. According to reports, the model was so lifelike that many friends thought it was actually the real person. And this is the one it ends on. A Chinese widower also apparently had a sex doll manufacturer make a replica of a younger version of his late wife. And then this is the part that
I can't even do this.
when I saw this line, it's like, okay, well now I got to bring up this story.
Oh my gosh!
It literally ends on.
This is from a newspaper.
This
This
is
is
from
not
the
us. We
newspaper.
are not editorializing. He's going to read it exactly.
Yep. He then
Good, 'cause
had.
I didn't read that far.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, it's terrible.
It says he then had another doll made when the second one wore out. Oh
That's
my
the
gosh!
exact quote.
That's how it.
I love how he
that's how it
made
ends.
a replica of his younger
Yes.
version of his wife. Honey, I'm going to make a replica of you when you're gone. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but can I get it around 24, 25, really? That was kind of your high point.
And I like how, and so far, every single one has, the other two weren't mentioned, of whatever. The third one is, it's a sex doll manufacturer. Let's just call it what it is, the younger version. And when he had to have another made when the second one wore out. So he's on at least number 3.
Oh, my gosh.
If not 4, 5, or 6.
They probably go out and play pickleball together.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it, sure.
Oh, my gosh. It's so, yeah, that's something.
So I thought about
That's weird.
There were a couple things that jumped into my mind, like looking at this story. And again, if I'm going to take the guy at his word, and it's the wife that wanted him to do this,
Yeah.
Well, she was saying that she liked the statues, like, that she saw at museums.
Yeah.
That's the quote that he said. But if she just wanted a statue, I mean, he made a silicone model. So
Yeah.
I don't know the disconnect. It sounded like maybe they didn't have some great communication.
Maybe
They didn't
not.
iron this part out very well. So that was kind of the first thing. And then the second thing popped in my mind. Like, we've had some stories in the past where things are a little bit weird, like the hands. I remember the hands, the
robotic hands
Yes.
robotic hands.
from Japan.
Yep.
That would actually sweat, get warm. Yeah.
So I don't know if this silicone model is that advanced. It's got the.
See, I would think for $3,000, not. I mean, that's
Probably
a whole,
not,
a whole person for $3,000.
I don't know. And the other thing I thought of too is, if you stuck me in like a house for a week and I couldn't leave, and I had to be stuck in there with a $3,000 silicone model of a dead relative or a puffy bear, I don't know which one I'd be.
Puffy bear.
I don't know which one I would
bear.
take. I don't know which one I'd be stuck with.
They're both kind of freaky.
It creeps me out. I mean,
It
because she
does.
looks very real, and it's like and I assume he just leaves her sitting on the couch or whatever. You come walking in, she's sitting there staring at it. It's like,
Can't really take her for a walk.
No, put her in a wheelchair. Maybe you could.
I
And it's just like,
guess.
for me, I'm not gonna. I don't want to see a model, a fake representation of my dead wife every day.
And the good model's probably $40,000 anyways. And now I got the $3,000 one, so there's some
And it's like, at this point, this is not the way. This is not the way.
It's not the way.
This is not the way.
No, not at all.
It's the opposite of the way.
Yes.
Yes. Honor her in some other way. 'Cause
Yes.
this is a little odd. But I mean,
She wanted a statue, apparently. Go donate a statue and make a statue or something. Like, there's a reason, right, where he went with the silicone model. That's all I'm saying about that.
he's lonely with just a statue. So
Yeah.
you have the woman in there and feels like she's really there.
It's got her clothes on and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
He probably hears her.
It's very creepy.
Why didn't you do better? You should have been a doctor. You just
Yeah, it's nagging,
nagging
at him.
at him.
He kills his silicone wife.
Cuts it off. She wouldn't shut up.
Could he go to jail for that?
I think you're safe, but
No.
silicone wife.
What you do with your silicone
Some
is your
of the
business.
wacky laws nowadays,
Well, the guy in China killed 2 of his. So he was on wife number 3. So
He might have a product subscription, maybe, to keep himself
He
going.
just shoves them in the trash when he's done. Just
I don't know what
see the
you-
trash truck pull up.
how do you get rid of one of
I
those?
don't know what you do.
That's a good question.
Especially that Chinese guy.
You can't put it out in the dump. The garbage guy pulls up like, what?
We've got a dead body.
Can't really recycle it.
No. That's
Melt
gonna,
it down, I
That's a
guess?
Maybe the
biohazard.
company will let you send them back and they
Refurb 'em?
recycle.
It's
Melt
like-
her down, make the new one.
That's where the feet and hands are sold from Amazon. We
Cut those
part them
off.
all. Like, it's kind of like organ donation. The silicone bodies.
I thought that couldn't get any worse until that right there.
I'd like a pair of feet. We got some feet.
Oh
hands.
my gosh.
Do you want new ones or would you like these used ones?
Yeah. You want some that look like they've been walking around? Or you want brand new?
Dirt on the bottom of it.
They just play a little pickleball, that's all.
Oh. All right. Well, I got nothing else.
I
You
don't
guys have
either.
anything
That's
else?
a creepy one to end on.
That
Yeah.
is a creepy one. Sorry about that. All right. Hey, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate every listener. Be sure to check out all of our social media, YouTube channel. We try to put some different stuff out there every once in a while. And check us out on all your favorite social media. Except
right.
for TikTok. We're not on TikTok.
No.
Yeah.
But
Our
I
silicone
think we're too old for
replicas are,
TikTok.
though.
Yes, our silicone. And they're doing
No.
fantastic.
They have a great show. You should watch them.
No,
Oh,
they have
gosh.
1 million subscribers. It's amazing. They're really into pickleball.
Clothed pickle.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They're much more
Progressive than we are.
yes, adventurous.
Yeah.
The silicone versions. They're much more
Oh, my
successful.
gosh.
Silicone Doug is much more successful than I am.
He doesn't like Reese's either.
No. Silicone Doug is going to have a version of My Real Wife. I'm going to be stuck with the replica. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
All right. Hey, thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate each and every one of you who tune in and listen to the show. Relax. Take in a deep breath. Let it out. Don't get offended by things. Laugh a little bit. Something's funny, laugh. Don't get offended. It's all right. And we hope you're tuning in 7 days. But until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Determination comes in many forms, but always starts with the Dunkin' Run. So take your medium or larger coffee in one hand and grab a $1 donut in the other. No matter how you run, Dunkin' Run. A $1 donut with any medium or larger coffee. Excludes specialty donuts and fancies. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active a year later.
92% because of a bike?
Not just bikes. We also make treadmills and rowers.
Oh, let me guess, for elite athletes only, right?
Nope. It doesn't matter if you're an avid exerciser or new to working out. Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton bikes, tread or row risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.